Why is it so difficult to fall asleep in a new house? A loud bang from the attic has woken me up again tonight. It doesn't happen more than once at a time, or maybe it doesn't happen. I can't be sure because my husband is always sound asleep next to me. My usual mid-morning night routine is walk to the kitchen in the dark, drink a glass of warm milk, and then try to get back to sleep. There's always this rumble or tapping sound that breaks the silence and startles me awake 2 or 3 times almost every night. It's a sharp, low-pitched, distant sound, like it's right around the corner, but in the back of my head, almost like a tinnitus starting up. I have woken him up to ask about the sound twice, once 5 months ago and once last week. The first time he woke up angry and erratic, and once he calmed down enough, he told me there was no sound, that I must be just imagining it. He absolutely did not believe me. I couldn't convince him there was. Actually, there might not have been. He accompanied me to the psychologist's office, and he waited for me the whole 1 hour the first couple ones. He was even at the session inside in the last one. Tonight, I'm not gonna disturb him. I'll let him sleep. He was very tired when he came back home. He didn't even have any roast duck, and that's his favorite. He was so tired he showered and plopped right into bed. He's been doing that the past couple of months too. My husband is a businessman. He's very handsome and a charming, sweet guy. He always sleeps on his chest, facing the balcony, which is so cute. He is taller than me by 1.5 feet and loves that I am so small and delicate looking, standing next to him. He loves it when I wear pink flats. He says I look better in dresses rather than pants. There's that sound again. I really need to get some sleep, but I think the doctor prescribed medicines that are no good for sleeping. I'm having the worst case of insomnia tonight. I went to this new psychologist the first time last month. She recommended I take these antidepressants. She said it would help me sleep. I've gone to her 4 times already, and my husband has met up with her to discuss my case 2 more times. Every time I go to her, the sounds die down for a few nights afterwards. We're supposed to go meet her tomorrow. My husband booked an appointment for me. He thinks this one is the right one for me. The previous ones refused to prescribe any medications. They thought talking would make me better, and one suggested I write down my feelings and experiences in a journal. My husband hated the idea. Some of them even claim psychologists aren't supposed to prescribe medicines. Can you believe that? Anyway, tonight that sound is getting worse. It happens every few minutes. I'm also beginning to hear low moans. It almost sounds like it's coming from the attic. But there isn't anything in the attic. My husband showed me that time after I came back from the first psychologist's. He unlocked the attic door and took me up there and turned over all the boxes and showed me there wasn't anything there. The one window was nailed shut, so even little wild animals couldn't have been there. Our house is very big. We have 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1 large front hall, 2 reading family rooms in the left of the hall, 1 large dining room kitchen on the right. There are more rooms, but I try not to wander too much so that I don't misplace something. Hubby thinks I might hurt myself by mistake if I go off to explore on my own, or even lock myself into some room. I guess it's a good thing, too, that he has locked up all the rooms I don't need to go to. I'm such a scatterbrain, I might wander in there by mistake. My husband has been trying to help me with this, too. He says it might be genetic, as my twin sister Michelle is very similar to me. She came unexpectedly to the new house without letting me or my husband know one day before I moved in. She made herself comfortable in one of the guest bedrooms and stayed there for 3 whole weeks. My husband was so angry with her. She even had the audacity to trash the kitchen before she left. I haven't spoken to her since. Actually, I spoke to her only twice after we got married. She called me from my husband's phone when she came to the house the first day. She wanted to let me know the mischief she was up to. She found the address to this house from someone and said she thought I would be there. My husband told me she had run away from a boyfriend. He says she did it to be nasty and teach her boyfriend a lesson by making him worry for her. The second time she called to let me know she was leaving and that she was going to miss me. She was completely devastated and cried like a baby. There's this transparent packet with white powder all the way in the back of the bathroom cabinet. I woke him up the second time last week because the voice sounded like crying and it scared me. My husband woke up angry again. This time he tore my nightdress in the front. He apologized a lot afterwards. He said he was having a nightmare. He gave me a spoonful of this white powder to help me sleep that time. It's really effective too. It knocked me out cold. But I shouldn't take it without letting him know first. I don't want to wake him up though. I don't want to sleep in tomorrow morning either though. The last time I slept in, he didn't wake me up. He said he couldn't wake me up in the morning and just went to the psychologist on his own. Sitting alone in the dark here reminds me of when me and Michelle used to hide under our pillow in Blanket Fortress. She loved to be a pretend explorer. We made tunnels and caves all over between ours, our brothers, and our older sister's rooms, and would stay up and play quiet hide and seek between these rooms. We had to stay as silent as possible. I would always hide and she would always seek. I became very good at hiding too. I remember one night we startled our older sister awake by dropping the picture frame from the bedside table. She boxed our ears pretty good too, but made a lemon and cream pie the next day as an apology. I loved her pies. I don't talk to any of my family anymore after the wedding. Maybe I'll continue browsing Reddit until I get drowsy. There's that moaning and scraping sound again. It sounds like it's just above me. No, I'm just imagining it. I don't want to hear it. It's not calling my name.